final thing in this lesson was graphing using x and y intercepts. So what we're going to do is we're going to take each one of these equations, we're going to find the x and y intercepts, and then we're going to use those to graph the equation. Because remember, to graph an equation, you need at least 2 points. 2 points will give you enough to draw a straight line, and then you can put it on a graph. So what this does is it gives me an x-intercept, it gives me a y-intercept, and I can put that on a graph. So first up, I'm going to find my x-intercept. So for my x-intercept, I'm going to put 0 in for y. And so x minus 0 equals 3. Well, 0 means nothing here, so it just means x equals 3. So I go to the x-axis, and I put a dot on 3. And then to find my y-intercept, I put a 0 in for x. So that would just be 0 minus y equals 3. So 0 means nothing, but I'm left with a negative on the y, so I divide by -1, and I get y equals -3. So I go down here to -3 and put a dot, and then there is my graph. So I put a dot at +3 on the x, -3 on the y, and then there's my line. All right, let's try the same thing over here on number 15. On 15, I'm going to put a 0 in for y. So I get 4x equals 2 times 0 plus 6. Again, 2 times 0 is nothing, so I just cross it out. And I'm just left with 4x equals 6, so I divide by 4. I get x equals 6 over 4. Now, I can't really graph that on a graph because I don't know what 6 over 4 is on a graph, so I'm going to actually divide that and see what it is as a decimal. And what I get is 1.5. So I can put that on a graph. So I go to 1 and then a half. So 1.5 would be somewhere right about there on the x-axis. Now for the y-intercept, I put a 0 in for x. So that'd be 4 times 0 equals 2y plus 6. So 4 times 0 is just 0. So I get 0 equals 2y plus 6. I subtract 6 over. -6 equals 2y. Then I divide by 2. And -6 divided by 2 would be -3. So I go to -3 on my y-axis, and I put a dot, and then I draw a line through it. So there is my line. So that's how you graph by using x and y intercepts, and that's it for section 3.1. If you have any questions, send me a message on Remind.